on any of those platforms, feel free to join in. Let's find out from you what you're thinking. Drop your comments, and I'll be able to read through at some point in time just before the 7 o'clock mark to know what you're thinking. But the WhatsApp portal is also reliable. Likely I will touch on it even longer during the course of the show. Now, from this day newspaper now, PDP laments level of poverty, despondency across Nigeria under the APC government. CBN to sanction international money transfer operators over arbitrary rates, codes, and others. Tinubu names Zach Adedeji, acting executive chairman, CEO FRS. Why? I inherited 18,000 kilometers of road contracts worth 14.1 trillion naira. TCN, restoration of collapsed electricity grid has reached advanced stages. Shoyinka says Peter Obi had remarkable run but did not win presidential election. CBN, okay, I did take that CBN already. Kingbe promises to work with Wike Aduda in order to reinvent FCT after court victory. You're a testament to good leadership. Tinubu, Abiodun, Sanwo-Olu tell Alake at 80. Kiamu says federal government working out details of agreement with UAE on lifting of visa ban and flight resumptions. Of interest as well, you find much ado about ICAO's audit of Nigeria. Adene's revolution and Nigerians' custom. Other stories. Niger, ready for Green Economy Summit in October. Despite mounting challenges, Governor of Plateau State drudges on in Plateau. All right, well, these are just some of the stories as we have them from this day. Moving on to Daily Trust now. Federal government makes U-turn, says no time frame on resumption of Emirates flights. Federal government inaugurates 15-man committee for 63rd independence anniversary. I'm also looking through other stories now. How sustainable is bonus crash in transport fare? Emefiele, more heads may roll as investigators beam searchlight on CBN and NISA. After opposing his emergence, Lukman needs Ganduje over issues in APC. Nasarawa governorship. Tribunal reserves judgment in PDP's petition against APC. Labour Party's Okoli reclaims Delta rep Sept as appeal court sacks PDP's Elumelu. Tinubu appoints Zach Adedeji as FRS chairman. Tinubu meets Ganduje at Aso Rock. Tinubu's Article's aid rather describes Tinubu's trip to India as global picnic. Other stories still with Daily Trust for today. You also find Princess Diana's black sheep sweater sells at auction for 1.1 million US dollars. Technopreneurship will solve unemployment challenges in Nigeria. All right, well, these are just some stories from Daily Trust for today. Now to leadership. Nigeria has no business with poverty, says Tinubu. 2 weeks after 180 billion naira palliatives, hardship persists in states. First-class accountant Adedeji replaces Namani as FRS chairman. Other stories. Gavi will prioritize Nigeria in new malaria vaccine rollout, says federal government. Imo Guba now. PDP petitions IGP over harassment and intimidation. FCTA to prosecute 5 vendors of light rail infrastructure. IGP assures of adequate security in Bayelsa Kogi Imo elections. Minister Lords NCDMB on skills development projects. You also find Labour Party Shoyinka trade words over party's defeat in 2023 polls. In Bayelsa State now, British High Commission sues for peaceful and credible election. Ekiti South, why I won at tribunal, Senate spokesman. ADC accuses governors of undermining democracy. Akitola Williams was a torchbearer, says Emmanuel. That's Governor Emmanuel now. Kwara Senator pledges not to abandon constituents. All right, what stories as we have it from leadership there. Now to Punch for today. Federal government to pay road contractors 431 billion naira demands 10-year guarantee. Labour Party chides Shoyinka over comments on Obi and Dati. Hoodlum torments Lagos communities, residents seek intervention. Cement sales deep by 30% over Naira redesign, says man. Police arrest 288 robbers, 187 kidnappers, and 198 murderers, says IGP. Nigeria's debt jumps by 75% in 3 months, hits 87 trillion naira. Electricity consumers slam federal government over power grid collapse. Manufactured goods imports go up 6.7 billion US dollars in 6 months, according to report. Tinubu orders nominees' retirement and appointment of Adedeji as FRS chairman. Zero allocation. Ogun LG chairman impeached, slams Abiodun. And URTW president, 21 others arrested over alleged killing. All right, well, let's keep up with other stories. 70-year-old Labour Party chieftain beheaded in Abia State. Motorists accused Lagos Council workers of 10,000 naira extortion. Police to probe Mohbad's death over alleged theft. Gunmen kidnap poet in Rivers, demand 20 million naira. Suspects nabbed after Osun court killings. Family 6 abducted Rivers woman's release. Benue court remands 20-year-old man for organ harvesting. Other stories, PDP's Board of Trustees knocks APC over insecurity and hardship. Appeal Court sacks Elumelu, declares Labour's Party's Okoli winner. Kano governor condoles with deputy over brother's death. APC begins e-registration of members. Abia announces security of government facilities. Oshu APC, PDP trade words over Adeleke's performance. All right, well, let me take on the independence for today, just to round up. Tinubu sacks nominee appoints Adedeji, FRS acting chairman. As president, I'm not caught out for excuses. I will create wealth, says Tinubu. We will resist APC's turning Nigeria into one-party system, says PDP. Why aircraft leasing companies don't finance Nigerian airlines, says Airbus. Nigeria military kills 151 terrorists, captures 456. TCN restores power after grid collapse, blamed on Kanji and Jemba, 330 kV fire. Profit taken in GTO and Nassau pool equity market down. Katsina Polytechnic to expand academic programs, says rector. Governor Bago, that's of Niger State, now begins Mina urban renewal projects. We're celebrating this year's New Year Yam with style, says Eze Wonkedi. All right, well, these are leading stories across the papers as we have them for today. Thanks for listening. To remember, the stories have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers, and we on Nigeria Info have only informed you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
We'd like you to join in at this time as we take on your calls and your messages. We plead with you to follow through with our editorial guide as you make your calls and your views known this very morning, okay? Remember that your calls need to be devoid of hateful speech, lies, fake news, and abuses, okay? As you share with us today on Nigeria Info, please be truthful, and also we ask of you to keep your emotions in check as you share with us. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. That's on Facebook and on YouTube. I'm checking that out right away.
Watch your number one talk station of the nation. Nigeria Info. Every day of the week, Mondays to Friday on YouTube to catch up with the Morning Crossfire.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Numbers remain 0700-951-0000. You can also join in on 080-9597-4869. Okay, that's 080-9597-4869. And then on WhatsApp, it's 080-999-30137. Okay, those are some of the big stories as we have them for today. Let's go to the phone lines to take your calls. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. No, that's not working out. Okay. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good morning, Femi D.
Yes, good morning to you.
Nothing break the news like the news. My name is Salasi. I greet Elder Kedi on my way, Abubakar from Gwagwalada, Amala Haruna from Kubwa.
All right, welcome,
I want to
Salasi.
congratulate Akios Adedeti as FRSDN boss. I wish him the best. I wish him God guidance and protection. May Almighty God give him the wisdom to carry FRS to the higher height. And Nigerian just hit 87 trillion. So I pray that God will give the president the wisdom. The good thing about the president, he said he won't borrow again. So we pray for God to give him the wisdom. As president, I will create wealth. No excuses. That's a good one. Nice to hear that. That he won't complain like the past administration. They were blaming PDP. Now he's not ready to complain. He is going to create wealth. Nigerians are waiting to see creating wealth, making our refinery work, making a lot of things work, make steady electricity, let there be steady power, making an enabled environment in the aspect of security, provide security for Nigerians. Kudos to the president. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning to you.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Mr. Soli calling.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to thank you for making a very good statement. Just like what my last caller said, my brother. Not issue of complaining. It's for you to be just. And that is what he promised us for. And that is these are the good news we want to hear. May God guide him, protect him and his family, and give him the wisdom to do the right. Thank you very much.
Thank you as well. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Dr. Femi.
Good to have you on.
My name is Felix from Matam.
All right, welcome.
The PDP says they are lamenting and about insecurity and poverty. What did the APC government inherited from them? Can they tell us exactly what one thing that they inherited from them? When they want to talk, they just a government that is not up to 6 months. They have started blaming it. This very particular government Tinubu say Emilio, this one is a Awalo. It is a government that all of us expect something and we believe in him. Not when people, because even this PDP that are claiming, is PDP still in existence? Because I don't think so. Because after Peter will be left with the umbrella, is it in existence? Some people will just deceive themselves. Instead of them going to kneel down and beg Labour Party to come back to them, they are just shouting, making noise, hell of noise. Who are the PDP?
Okay, I think we get your point. You don't have to go down the very derogatory part. We get your point. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Femi.
Welcome.
Mr. President, thank you. Mr. President said that Nigeria or Nigerians have no business with poverty. But unfortunately, poverty, abject poverty, has gripped millions of more Nigerians. More Nigerians lack food, lack money. Many families are in total disarray. The foundations of many family lives is in difficulty. Something urgent has to be done. This subsidy remover is taking a strain on millions of Nigerians. This is the truth is. And that palliative is a political palliative. It's not the solution. We should do something urgent. And we hope, Mr. President, we live to his word. We want the creation of wealth. More millions of Nigerians are unemployed.
All right, sir.
People are in high. Thank you.
Thank you. Grateful to you. Let me read some messages from Facebook. Also, Francis writes in from Enugu State. He says, good morning, FMD. Thank God it's Friday. Keep up the good work. Shoyinka is a well-respected person in the country and should abstain from regional and tribal politics. May God help us to get things right in this country. Also, Francis writing from Amagunze in Enugu State. Martin John Lassisi says, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu acknowledge the high expectations people have for this administration and pledge to work hard not to disappoint Nigerians. May God help us to get things right. Okay, let me get it right now. You say, may God help him. All right. Dr. Mrs. Olebara from Owerri says, the life of any nation, in the life of any nation, there comes crucial moments when leaders take decisive actions aimed at salvaging their people from impending doom. Let us cautiously avoid those elements that could trigger disintegration. Nigeria needs purging. Nigeria will thrive when we begin to care about who governs us, how we are governed, and hold them accountable. Nigeria will thrive when we choose them by values and question their character. Okay, thanks for your message. Obinike Paul Fitzgerald says, if Professor Shoyinka can talk like this, it's time to leave this country before I get too old to leave. I'm dumbfounded. Titus also joins in. It says, Titus Taguma says, good morning, sensational, magnificent FMD. Please, can you hear, let me try and follow this through. Please, can I hear more from you about the ongoing CBN and acting governor and the independent investigators? That's the latest. That's from Comrade Titus Taguma. Okay, writing in from New Kashi, a town in Karu, local government area of Nasarawa State. Okay. All right, those are just some of those comments from that very comments that have been made along the lines of that. Now, let me read from some of our friends from YouTube as well before we round off to go for the news at 7, okay? Arthur Peter says, good morning, family. Please, what is the need of fingerprint passport need during purchase of SIM card, and the security agencies cannot use it to track kidnappers and bandits? What a country. Oludari Abiodun says, good morning, family. I totally concur with Baba Shoyinka. Labour Party and their standard bearer know that they never won general election. We should be honest in Nigeria. Ogbona Efoko says, Shoyinka should just let Labour be. Where was he when he was supposed to talk? He kept mute. I want to know why he's just waking up now, because Tinubu is in power. It should stop displaying sentimental tendencies. That's your view on that. Let's take just one more call and we'll go on the break, okay? Good morning to you.
Femi.
Good morning.
Good morning, Femi.
Yes, sir.
That is Isabel on the line.
Thanks for joining.
I hear this morning that in spite of 180 billion naira that is meant to alleviate poverty, still hardship, persists. Yes, it should persist because I have that as a misplacement of priorities. Otherwise, other things should have been in place. Imagine, even before you get the item or so, some governors also place some hurdles. Like as we heard that in Imo State, you bring a PVC before ever. You understand? And if federal government wants to, the thing to exist, they should, appoint people, not to give it in the hand of state governors that will hide it. Imagine, we have seen such a problem before. They cannot give it out.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They should have, yes. You understand me?
Yes, I do.
What we are facing.
Let's leave it at that, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you for your viewpoint. Okay, good morning to you. Thanks for your viewpoint on that as well this very morning. All right, keeping up with you, we will take on this. I'll play for you what Professor Shoyinka did say that's leading to this carrying on around this controversy as well. Also, Governor of Niger State, Governor Bago, speaks about Fulani headsmen and the activities with a sense of approval, if I would say, with regards to that. Let's listen for ourselves at that time when that comes up. Asari Dokubo has been making comments about former Attorney General of the Federation, Malami, as well. And don't miss out also on we would avenge the DPO we lost in Rivers. This and many more coming up on Morning Crossfire with Femi Live. Stay with me.
We must not play politics with security.
Let's talk about the biggest conversations.
Made of trustworthy ideas.
Passionately connected
to everyone.
Let's
talk on Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja.
Nigeria Info.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
This is Nigeria Info.